A day after BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, in fact, lobbed the bribery bombshell at TMC MP Mahua Moitra, the allegations have sparked a political firestorm. The controversy started after Dubey wrote to Lok Sabha Speaker, citing a letter that he has received from an advocate. Now, the BJP MP has claimed that the lawyer has shared irrefutable evidence that bribes were exchanged between the TMC leader and a businessman, Darshan Hiranandani, to ask questions that targeted the Adani Group. He alleges that 50 of the 61 questions Moitra asked in Lok Sabha till recently were either to protect or perpetuate Hiranandani's business interests and also aimed at the same time to sabotage Adani Group at the behest of rival businesses. Mahua Moitra has since hit out at Dubey, accusing him of relying on a dodgy dossier to shut her up. After demanding disqualification of Mahua Moitra in a second letter to Union Ministers Ashwini Vaishnav and Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Nishikant Dubey has specifically called for a detailed probe into the claim that the MP gave Darshan Hiranandani and his group access to her login credentials for the Lok Sabha website, while Dubey called it possibly the most damning and grave of all charges. Moitra countered it by calling for similar details to be released of all MPs. With the ball in the Speaker's court now, politics over the issue has gained momentum. While BJP wants immediate action against the Trinamool legislator, her own party is yet to make their stand official. Others in the India bloc, however, have picked up cudgels on her behalf, calling the charges a bid to intimidate one of the most vocal critics of the government and daring the Saffron party leader to approach the police if he has proof.
बीजेपी जो है बीजेपी के एमपी निशिकांत दुबे वो महुआ मोइत्रा पर ये आरोप लगा रहे हैं कि उन्होंने पैसे लिए ब्राइबरी लिए ताकि और उसके बाद उन्होंने अदानी को जो है वो पार्लियामेंट में क्रिटिसाइज किया है। इस तरीके के आरोपों को कैसे?
निशिकांत दुबे जी का इतिहास आपको शायद मालूम, जरा रिसर्च कर लीजिए।
एक अच्छे सांसद के रूप में, डिबेटर के रूप में, जिम्मेदार के रूप में उनको अवार्ड भी मिला है। जब भी वो संसद में निशिकांत दुबे बोलते हैं तो निशिकांत दुबे तथ्यों के आधार पर बोलते हैं। संसद के अंदर निशिकांत दुबे बिना तथ्य का कोई बात न लिखते न देते।
Let's take this across, in fact, to our guest joining us. Priyanka Tibrewal, BJP spokesperson, is with us. Tushar Gupta, senior editor of Swaraj, also joins us. Muhammed Zeeshan is a political analyst. But let me first and foremost take this across to Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava, the member of parliament has written to the speaker. Of course, that letter was written yesterday, but today, the charges that he has made, he says, has an reflection on national security as well if members of parliament start sharing the login credentials to others, including corporates, particularly those who may be using those credentials from outside of the country. It's a very serious charge that is being made here by Nishikant Dubey.
Madhav, I think this is another vendetta because Mahua Moitra is one amongst the 8-10 parliamentarians who ask very difficult and tough questions to the government. And we have seen the fate of those people who ask such questions, whether it is Rahul Gandhi or Raghav Chadda or Sanjay Singh or Gaurav Gogoi or Manoj Jha, all such people. So this is another attempt to silence her voice. She has been vocal, she has been aggressive, she has been asking very difficult questions to the government during the Adani scam. And Adani scam, the another edition has happened just 5 days before, where 42,000 crores worth of black money was, black was charged to the state government, and ultimately the people paid for their hard-earned money as electricity charges and all those things. So there are a lot of investigations required, and the way they are maligning Mahua Moitra on social media, I think this is shameful on the part of the BJP and the Nishikant Dubey. What Mahua has said, you go for an investigation by a parliamentary committee into the charges.
But Ravi Srivastava, the question that BJP is asking is that if 51 of 60 odd questions, or 50 of 61 questions rather, are asked, with a attempt, or at least the policy decisions that the questions are asked about are either to perpetuate one corporate group's interests or to damage that of another, then can that be taken lightly is the question they are asking? Because this cash for query is not something new. It's happened before in 2005 as well, Ravi Srivastava.
This happened in 2005 and an inquiry was completed within 12 days. And whatever, some 10 MPs were caught for it, and that everybody knows that. Now, here my question is, how the Hiranandani Group got benefited by those questions? That's the main crux of the particular inquiry.
Okay.
These people, before that, Mahua has asked that the fake degree of these people should always be investigated. That is also required.
Priyanka Tibrewal.
Nishikant Dubey, she's making such.
Let Priyanka respond to you. Let Priyanka respond to that. Yeah, Priyanka Tibrewal, please respond. Why should other aspects not be probed, including allegations of fake degree, or Mahua Moitra saying that everyone's login credentials then should be investigated, including call detailed records of each MP? Your response to that?
I am not saying that nothing should be investigated, but the thing is, please ask Mr. Ravi that why do you need to share in your login credentials to ask tough questions? Very tough questions, according to him, were asked by Mahua Moitra. But why such tough questions you need to share in your login details with someone else? That to capitalist. Now, those questions will be in interest of no one else except that industrialist. So that is why those questions were asked. It can be a coincidence that one question or two questions pertaining to that gas tender or anything for that matter was, common. But most of the questions which are beneficial or, which are preferential only for that particular industrialist, those were asked by Mahua Moitra. And the place from which she is a MP, Krishnanagar, to my shock, you will be shocked to hear that in the last few days, wherever she has asked any person, there is nothing related to her own place. She has not got about any single issue in regard to Krishnanagar from which she is an MP. Now, you can also understand that Mahua Moitra, she has written in her tweet that this is how the women of Bengal live. Women of Bengal, they know how to live. So I am sorry, please speak about yourself. This is not about women of Bengal because you have double standards. She is the one who went to court for filing a case of defamation against Babu Shukla because he just said that Mahua, you are Mahua.
You cannot object to anybody's style of living. He has said Bengali women live their life.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
Ravi, I did not interfere when you were speaking. Please have the patience.
Yeah.
So
Complete your point.
Mahua Moitra, she has filed a case of defamation against Babu Shukla just because in a TV interview, he told her that Mahua, are you on Mahua? And this is the same lady who says, this is how the women of Bengal live by holding a glass of champagne or white wine for that matter, whatever it was. But let me also say that this is not how people of Bengal or women of Bengal live. Please think about yourself. In order to deal with your misery or whatever it is, you taking bribe from people. This is not what women of Bengal
Muhammed Zeeshan, I want you to come in now. If there is a serious charge of cash for queries or cash for questions, whatever chooses to call it, isn't that something that members of parliament, they have probed it in the past? Should they not probe it in this particular case? Is there something or any reason why you feel there should not be an inquiry into this?
No. Do you remember last year in the month of March, Mahua Moitra alleged that Nishikant Dubey is carrying his fake PhD and MBA degree? Does the BJP and the Speaker Om Birla try to investigate that matter? I am telling that everything must be neutral. Yeah, today one allegation is being made by Nishikant Dubey. And I want to say, if a probe investigation is done on this issue, then before that, the fake degree issue of Nishikant Dubey must also be investigated. And why only selective politicians are being targeted, those who are raising questions on Adani coal scam?
No, but what is the bearing that this has? Certainly the Lok Sabha Secretariat must investigate all allegations if there is some proof on it. But the fact that he has a fake degree, even if I assume that there is a fake degree, does that mean that these allegations of this alleged impropriety of the member of parliament or this alleged cash for query scam, that doesn't take away from that, does it?
Listen, Mr. Anchor, someone is alleging that she is taking bribe and cash in order to ask questions in the House of Parliament, but that is not proven. I want to attract the viewers of this channel to focus on the important thing is that how the BJP troll Sena is circulating the personal pictures of a woman MP. This is really very shameful, and this is not the first time BJP is doing this. We are aware about the.
Well, we are not discussing. We are not even showing those pictures. So I don't know why you're discussing that. You can you can say whatever you want to. There's no problem. You can raise questions of the BJP. I'm not stopping you from doing that. But the subject matter here is a very serious one. I'm going to request you all to stay with us. We're going to slip into a quick break and continue with this discussion. Please stay on.